So yeah, I'll start off to tell you, I guess, I'm the go-to guy for hosting the beginning of this tonight because the other people weren't available. Nick is going to come by a little bit later and he'll finish up for us. So I really don't think I'm that good at this, but you just gotta have to bear with me tonight. I guess they usually say a few announcements, so like, has anybody heard of this Flint Loves Julie Moor event that's going on? Yeah. Saturday, I'm hosting part of that event at the lunch studio on Saturday at 5 o'clock, 5 to 9 or so. There's like a spaghetti dinner, and then we're gonna have some poetry, a few musical guests, Brad Fielder and Aaron McCormick are gonna play, and Nathan Haskins gonna read poetry.
Did you say Greg Fiedler?
Ethan Ray's gonna read poetry. Brad Fielder.
Bradford
Lee.
Bradford Lee. Should
there
I
we go.
Bradford Lee?
Yes.
Is that like
I
what
was
he's
like,
trying
Greg
to go by
Fiedler is
now?
a different person. I can
I always just
imagine him
call
playing
him
an
Brad.
instrument.
But I don't know. Anyway, so I'm wearing this crazy Kersey Park University shirt. That's the setting in my novel, The Wagoners, There's like all these hippies and they go out on the road and then they come home and start a band, and that's like the end of the novel. Well, the second novel is all about the band and them, playing together and, getting started. And so I made a college town, Kersey Park University, for them to play at. And I don't know, I jotted down a bunch of random details about what I'd put in it. Anyways, so now I have this group, the Kersey Park University Kinkahoos, so you can go there, and I usually just post links to events and news that's relevant to like the higher education. So anyways, I'm gonna give away one of these t-shirts. Does anybody here wear a medium? Okay, so we got 3 or 4 people. Okay, so one of you guys that can wear this medium. So what I'm looking for is you to share with me some sort of fact or information about higher education in Flint, Michigan. And whoever comes up with the most relevant piece of information gets this free t-shirt.
And is a medium as well? They have to be a medium as well?
Oh, they have to be a medium, or why would you want a shirt that's a medium? Wear a large.
Give it away for Christmas.
Well, they can give it away for Christmas, so I don't know. We can always finish this up later. Does anybody have anything like that? Like a fact about higher education in Flint that they'd like to share with us? Alright, well, we'll ask you again later. And see.
Bigger college is expensive as heck.
Oh, hey.
That's a fact.
I had to buy this French soda. When you don't feel like drinking coffee here, I always drink the French soda. It's really good. And
Endorsement deal.
delicious. This one.
And he gets a nickel for everyone sold tonight.
This one is banana and caramel, and it's like really good. I'm blowing my. The last time I had the chocolate kind, it tasted like a Tootsie Roll. But if you're really lucky, Ken will make it for you, and something about the way he does it versus Jerry is just really, really good. It's fluffier.
He gives you a dime per one instead of a nickel, right?
Ken's busy though, so if he gets a chance to make you a drink, you should feel special. So, I guess our first guy we'll bring up is Brian Pobocik. And Brian's been coming out to the Collab Nites for a long time now. He hardly misses one, and we like his little songs. Brian also hosts another collab, or not a collab night, but an open mic that he's been hosting. Where do you host at, Brian?
Lunch studio.
At the lunch studio. He can maybe fill you in with some of that information when he comes up here. You guys know Gary? you guys know Gary Flynn? He's not here yet, but or if he's coming, I don't know. But I happened upon this video of Gary hosting this show, this TV show. It's like Up All Night show or something. It's like, it was like the last show to go on the air, like 15 minutes before the station would go off the air, Gary would have this show. So if you go to the Creative Alliance discussion board, it's a group in Facebook. You can probably search bar it, and you can see Gary's video of him in like the 70s doing this talk show. It's Gary with a little more attitude. It's pretty funny. All right, come on, Brian. Give it up for Brian.
I've been braving the power outages.
You have a power outage?
Yeah.
Power outage?
Yes. I just got mine back yesterday.
Wow. Oh, really? I didn't know they lost their power. It's because I only listen to Canadian news or national. I don't know what's going on in my neighborhood.
To add to what,
And I don't have any friends, so it's.
that's
Oh, did I
where,
leave that clipboard up there, Brian?
Right there. That's it, right there.
I'm trying to find the end of it. Oh,
Yeah.
found it. Yeah, the clipboard's up here.
You know, but Swiss Creek that makes me call it. And the picture is called it. Flint. I know. The other day, the one at sea.
Test.
Good job. Good job, Ryan.
Oh, thanks, man. I'm just getting started, man.
You did great.
Seymour's, their ballad
I'm gonna do it standing. Give myself a little bit of room to move around and back off the mic. Okay, good. So a few days ago,
Otherwise they won't know where it's at.
a few days ago was Veterans Day, last week I believe. I wrote this song quite a while ago, 20 years ago. And I got the idea of listening to an album, several albums by Bruce Cockburn, where he was addressing, he's a Canadian songwriter who was hitting his stride in the early 80s. And he wrote songs that were topical, and he kind of comes from a somewhat liberal angle. And these albums were thematic, and they addressed the United States policy toward the world in general, but specifically Central America. So on the album Humans, he has a song on there called Fascist Architecture. And just based on that title and everything I've told you, that would imply that the song might be a little politically charged, and it is. Except he did a very clever thing lyrically in the song where the entity that he puts under the microscope is himself, and I thought that was a neat premise and to do for a song. So this is it gave me inspiration for this song. I thought I'd do something sort of similar, and I would address instead of addressing usually songs that address the soldiers that are over there fighting. Usually they address the male soldier, so I figured I'd write one that was more geared toward the female soldier. It wasn't just to join me in a walk. Around us, I fear the change of the season. And I think it's time you and I had a talk. See, it ain't working out for me. I'm not so sure it's worth trying to fix. And though I'm willing to go with another strategy, need to try something new for a switch. And I've seen you crossing through minefields. I've seen you crawl, dodging missiles from above. I've seen you crawling under barbed wire. I've seen you beat the odds and conquer love. Would you help me through? The bravest person that I know is you. Well, my heart is held captive in the jungle. Armed guards and camouflage protect me there. Lately, all my defenses struggle. Left to wonder, is it really worth guerrilla warfare? And only one way to turn this tide. Only one way to get this conflict settled. I need a soldier like you by my side. A decorated veteran of past battles. And I've seen you crossing the minefields. Seen you dodging missiles from above. I've seen you crawling under barbed wire. I've seen you beat the odds and conquer love. Would you help me through? The bravest person that I know is you. Thinking about declaring war. We're moving too fast and change is real scary. So the reason that I brought you here for is, would you be my revolutionary? Would you help me through? I cannot win this without you. And I've seen you crossing minefields. Seen you dodging missiles from above. I've seen you crawling under barbed wire. I've seen you beat the odds and conquer love. Would you help me through? The bravest person that I know is you. kept me from being as sharp and practiced and up as I would have liked to have been. So I'm gonna go with two. I think I'm not gonna use the cable for this. I'll just go. I'm strumming, so the guitar's coming over a little too strong for, but you're all right with that?
Best lessons in life are always a little rough. That's when I bared my soul to you and said it wasn't good enough. Oh, but I'm wording upward, and I'll disregard the cause. Someday you'll look up at me and you'll see it was your loss. Make no mistake, you are fine. Make no mistake, you are worthwhile. Your kisses were not bitter. No one could ever find fault with your smile. Oh, but I'm burning upward, and I can't take the time to pause. Someday you'll look up at me and you'll see it was your loss. I'm wording upward, I must overlook my debt. Yes, I gave you so much, but there's so much I ain't given yet. So I walk down the path so many other men have walked through, and when I see you with him, I know he'll someday pass by here too. Oh, but I'm wording upward, above the land of the lost cause. Someday you'll look up at me and you'll see it was your loss. Oh, but I'm wording upward, can't take the time to pause. Someday you'll look up at me and you'll see it was your loss.
I don't know if I can transpose well enough in my head. I prefer playing it up here, but that's going to require me. No, again, I'll do it without the cable. So, I'll give you a little bit of a. Well, all these songs I wrote within a 7-month span back around between 92 and 93. I wrote this song, you know, I'm not a drinker and I don't hang out in bars. When I turned 21, I didn't go to bars. So somewhere around 91, 92, somewhere in that time, I began playing volleyball downtown Flint with a group of people, and afterwards they wound up going to the bar. So it was really one of my first experience in going to a bar, so I got to observe the surroundings going on around me. And so I wrote this song about picking up someone in a bar, and this bar doesn't exist anymore, but it was on Court Street and it was called Pete's Pub. It's called Stealing Courage. Across the room, baby, whenever I get the urge, I wanna go out and steal courage. When I smell your sweet perfume across the room, when
this on hold. Wanna make myself make myself be bold. Attracted by your fine profile, little baby, when you smile. And when I stare in your dark blue eyes, I start to stutter, I can't find no relief. Somewhere there must be a warehouse full of courage, and it's up to me to play the part of a thief. Across the table, whenever I get the urge, wanna go out and steal courage, and drink wine from your navel across the table. In the candlelight, when you put me to the test, wanna sit myself apart from the rest and become one with you in the night, little baby, in the candlelight. Stare your dark blue eyes, start to stutter and I can't find no relief. Somewhere there must be a warehouse full of courage, and it's up to me to play the part of a thief. Across the room, baby, whenever I get the urge, wanna go out and steal courage, intoxicated by your perfume. Across the room, baby, across the room. All right, thank you.
Mention the shirts.
What's that?
Mention the shirts, $10.
Let's have another hand for Brian. Gary's here. Did you sign up on the list, man?
Yeah.
I was just talking about you before you got here. I happened upon the clip of the old show you used to do, the late night show.
Oh, that was a class project way back when.
I got such a kick out of that, man. You're gonna have to tell us everybody about a little bit more about that when you come up here. I told them they can find it if they go to the Creative Alliance discussion board. You posted it in there. They can see it. Anyway, so I guess we're just gonna roll right on into some comedy from Chris Moor. So let's get a hand for Chris. But we got shirts for $10, man. Creative Alliance shirts.
Some of them are light sensitive.
Some of them are glow in the dark, light sensitive.
Yeah, only $10. You can just go through that whole
For
bunch.
$10. Only $10.
Only $10, and they got all different
All right,
things
here,
on
Chris is on his way up here now.
Okay.
Thanks.
Hello, my name is Chris Moore. I'm going to be the comedian tonight.
Yay.
I need to apologize ahead of time because some of my material is pretty blue. Some people might find it a little offensive. I deserve hellfire for my thoughts on a daily basis. That being said, I am a Christian. I don't have a lot of the same opinions as some Christians do. Some people, have you heard that a lot of them are like, oh, Obama might be the Antichrist? I personally don't believe that, but if it's true, can you imagine how pissed black people are gonna be? I mean, the first black man in office and he turns out to be the Antichrist. White people, we have generations that, Bush was the Antichrist. Oh, well, we had a good run. And this is actually my first time on stage. Not because I'm nervous, not because of stage fright, more or less just because I'm really lazy. The only reason I get out of bed to go check my mail is because I'm scared the mailman's gonna see it piling up and think that I'm dead. I am so lazy that when I go to the bathroom and I wipe poorly, I think to myself, fuck it, I'll just fix it in the shower. And half the time, I don't take a shower that day. Half the time, I don't get a shower that week. Now, I'm really banking on this comedy thing working out for me. Because if it doesn't, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm not fit for a real job. I used to work at a gas station, third shift, and my job was to sweep the floors and clean everything up. I hated the job. One time I seen a piece of glass on the ground, and I thought to myself, if I don't sweep that up, maybe someone will pick it up and cut themselves. And then they'll sue the gas station, and I'll go bankrupt, and I'll get laid off. Do we have any fathers in here tonight? Anyone have any kids? Alright. I want to be a father really bad, but I want to be your stereotypical, sitcom father, the one who wears the bathrobe to drop the kids off, blows kisses as you get out of the car. I want to be that so bad, my semen hates me. I can just feel just hatred stirring in my balls because of how bad I want to be this embarrassing father. See, I'm worried when I have kids though because they say, you gotta get down to their level to discipline them, tell them what they did wrong. I'm only 5'2". My kid's gonna have to get down to my level. Hey! No! See, at first it was cute, then it was a child abuse joke. There's this plywood bear on Linden Road advertising this daycare center, and the bear stands out like this. And every time my mother drives past it, she can't help but wave back at the fake bear. As if it's gonna be offended or its feelings are gonna be hurt that she didn't wave back. It doesn't matter. I've seen her having a serious discussion. She was complaining about something. I can't believe how high the electric's bill. But this is ridiculous. And she just went right back to driving. Now, I get really nervous when I see a mosquito in the bathroom, mainly because I'm exposed. What if a mosquito lands on me and does what mosquitoes do best? Would it get blood or would it get urine? But the most important question is, how do I explain the red bump on my penis to my girlfriend? Where did that come from? Well, I got my dick sucked in the bathroom. There is a lot of trend hating out there. That's like people who just jump on the bandwagon like Justin Bieber, Kim Kardashian. That's not the hating of celebrities I like to do. I go for celebrities that everybody loves. Example, Justin Timberlake. Oh, he's so talented. He can sing, he can dance, he's funny. Well, he bought MySpace and that's still shitty. In fact, it's actually been worse since he's bought it. Fuck it, I hate him. He's a pedophile. Let's just say it. Justin Timberlake's a pedophile. Let's just cover it out with the nitty-gritty. He never left the Mickey Mouse Club. Betty White. Fuck Betty White. I wouldn't care if I went home, I turn on the TV, and I see Betty White dies in a car accident. Oh well, I watch the Golden Girls, and I just start fuming. Fuck you, you're not funny, that's a laugh track. Oh, fuck you, Betty White. I've said some offensive things tonight. Please don't tell my mother. I know we've all heard the, I brought you into this world, I can take you out of it line. That's scary to me on just more than one reason. One is the obvious threat, you know, to take you out of the park. Secondly, what if she takes me out of it the way she brought me into it? I just say something snappy. My mother grows 10 feet tall. She like squats above me and just like spreads and opens. It just jets down like a claw machine, like a good one that doesn't drop shit. It just like grabs the top of my head and slowly pulls me in and swallows me up like the plant on Little Shop of Horrors. This is childbirth. This is what I just described to you people. That's my time. Thank you all very much. Your last week for listening.
You know, when Terry hosted the event, he'd come up and he said, I'm not going to ask you to clap for him again. You just got to clap, and you know, so thanks, Chris, again. All right, so I guess we'll just get on with it. We got Lee coming up next. Lee's been coming to the Collab Nites for quite a while, playing the guitar for us.
Nightmare Before Christmas is the theme of Art Walk.
So, how many people are here for the first time at their first Collab Night? Awesome, man. Thanks for coming up, Chris. And he read this first time here. That's courageous. Oh, Lee's ready, man.
Okay.
Come on up, man. I was just trying to fill the dead space.
Hey, you're doing a good job.
All right, let's give it up for Lee, everyone.
Give me a second. Set up just a little bit here. Everybody survived that blast of wind that went through here? I heard Brian say he had lost power. I don't know if he was still out of power or not. Well, we might as well get used to that. It's just sampling the things to come, right? Next time it comes with about 10 inches of snow with it, probably. If you listen intently, you can hear my granddaughter out there on the ukulele. I used to come down here, or different open mics, to get away from the ukulele. Now she comes with me. I'm just joking. I love her, and she's coming along with her music. These open mics are just a nice venue for anybody that wants to come out and share their stuff or listen to other people. Love it. Well, back in the, let's see, I don't know if anybody's here old enough to know who Chuck Berry was, a few people. Chuck Berry was one of the originators of the rock and roll as we know it today.
I love Chuck Berry.
Man, Chuck Berry, and he wrote some, you know, as far as he was more or less known as a songwriter, but I mean, he was a heck of a poet. He could make these things rhyme. Oh, it might help if I plugged in, huh?
Turn on and tune out.
Yeah. Let's see what we got there. We're coming through. Nope. Nope. What do you think, Ken?
I got nothing.
Nothing, huh?
You got a battery in there? You got a way to turn that
Okay, here we go. Hang on a second. I did this once before. When the tuner's on with this thing, it won't go through, so it's probably going to come through loud and clear now. My mistake, sorry. This song was written by Chuck Berry, and it was written about his, when he became popular, and he wrote a whole lot of good rock and roll songs. He would travel around the country as you did. And this was about some of his experiences. Traveling back in the 50s and 60s wasn't like it is today. It was a little more difficult. It's called the Promised Land. I left my home in Norfolk, Virginia, California on my mind. Straddled that Greyhound and rode him into Raleigh, down across Caroline. We stopped at Charlotte, bypassed Rock Hill, never was a minute late. It was 97 miles south of Atlanta, rolling out of Georgia State. We had motor trouble and turned into a struggle halfway across Alabama. That hound broke down and left us all stranded in downtown Birmingham. Right, Ryan?
Yeah.
Right away I bought me a through train ticket right across Mississippi clean. I was on that midnight flyer out of Birmingham, smoking into New Orleans. Somebody help me get out of Louisiana, help me get to Houston town. There's people there who care all about me, they won't let the poor boy down. Sure as you're born, they bought me a silk suit, put luggage in my hand. I woke up high over Albuquerque on a jet to the Promised Land. Working on a T-bone steak, now the car is flying over to the Golden State. The pilot told us that in 13 minutes he'd get us to the terminal gate. Swing low chariot, come down easy, taxi to the terminal door. Cut your engines and cool your wings, let me make it to the telephone. Los Angeles, give me Norfolk, Virginia, Tidewater, 41009. Tell the folks back home this is the Promised Land calling, poor boys on the line. Well, hello, Mama. Yeah, this is the poor boy speaking. You can tell Papa I have arrived at the Promised Land. What's that, Mom? Yeah, I love you. Tell the folks back home this is the Promised Land calling, poor boys on the line. Tell the folks back home this is the Promised Land calling, poor boys on the line. Promised Land, thank you, thank you. This song here is a compilation. It's actually written by a disc jockey down around Ann Arbor. He has a really good radio show, man. His name is Theron. And he doesn't know it, but I worked with him on this song a little bit and added some stuff to it. I like to mention that in case he ever shows up some night when I'm out, you know.
I'm looking for
We had a
it.
little compilation, but it'd be news to him.
They'll watch the video.
Anyway, you may know somebody. This song is called Love Gone Bad. There may be somebody on your street, hopefully you haven't experienced this, but there may be somebody on your street, or you may have lived someplace where the police cars would show up quite often and haul people away, domestic disputes, that kind of thing. It happens a lot. I do security work at night, and this thing is common all over the city. It doesn't matter where you live, poor neighborhoods or rich neighborhoods, whatever. People unable to get along, lots of problems. This is a little tongue-in-cheek thing. We don't have to be so serious about it. I heard the screen door slam last night. I heard the car squeal from the drive. I heard that breaking, busting glass. Sounds like you're finally gone at last. I look at those bullet holes in my walls. It brings back memories of it all. tried to shoot me dead. Can't seem to get that from my head. The hours we spent with the police, restraining orders piled on high. Those anger management classes too. One for me and one for you. How did it ever get this crazy? How'd I wind up with a psycho girl like you? How'd I get myself into this mess? We put each other through so much stress. You cheated on me with my best friend. That should have really been the end. But you came back and apologized. You shed those tears through blind eyes. We said we'd give it one more chance. You said you were a victim of circumstance. But when I caught you with my dad, I lost all the faith I had. How did it ever get this crazy? How'd I wind up with a psycho girl like you? How'd I get myself into this mess? We put ourselves through so much stress. But through it all, I love you still. I guess I probably always will. I wish you well and so much more. But I changed the locks on all the doors. I'm taking these chances on that, baby. Thank you. Don't want her coming back then. Whew. Rough stuff, man.
No.
A lot of that going on, though, you know, unfortunately, but that's the world we live in. Crazy. Okay, got one more. This is a song that's written by Bobby Vincent, another name that you may not be familiar with, especially the younger people. He was back in the 50s and 60s known as the Polish Prince. He was of Polish descent and had a really good run of rock and roll songs. Blue Velvet. Gary probably knows a whole bunch of
Just
this.
the lonely.
Okay, keep going, Gary. Got another one?
Roses are red.
Roses are red.
Green may go away.
There you go. Gary knows. This song he wrote after all of those hits. He wrote this song and he was playing it around the house for his mother and said he hadn't had a gold record in a long time. He played this song and she said, Bobby, you should really record that song. And he said, nah, this is, it has some Polish verse in it, and in pop music, you know, he said, nah, they'll never go for this. And she said, no, I'm telling you, that's a hit song. And he recorded it, and it was his last gold record that in his career. It's called Melody of Love, and I had to learn the Polish parts. I don't have any Polish in me, and I like doing that. There's a couple songs I do that have the language involved. This is called My Melody of Love. I'm looking for a place to go so I can be all alone. Some thoughts and memories, so that when the music plays, I don't go back to the days when love was you and me. Moja droga Chihuahua means that I love you so. Moja droga Chihuahua, more than you ever know. Kocham ciebie z całym sercem, love you with all my heart. Return to me and always be my melody of love. Wish I had a place to hide all my sorrow, all my pride. I just can't can't get along, 'cause the love once so fine keeps on hurting all the time. Where did I go wrong? Muy que ya llegó means that I love you so. Muy que ya llegó, more than you ever know. Kocham cię w całym sercem, love you with all my heart. Return to me and always be my melody of love. Return to me and always be my melody of love.
Okay, that's one? All right.
Doing a good job hosting here, man.
Oh, thanks,
Yeah.
man. I guess I better get over and continue.
Don't get too comfortable, huh?
Get it up one more time, please. I was enjoying this music. I hope when I'm a grandfather, I'm dragging my granddaughter to the open mic. I get to play my guitar for everyone. Let's see, is there anything else I need to announce? What's the next big event for the Creative Alliance, Jenny?
We have the art award contest going on
At the Art Walk?
at the art walk and
We
at
have this
Church
art
Hills.
award contest at the Flint Local 432 during the Art Walk.
Upstairs.
It's right upstairs, and anyone can submit a piece of work for $5.
Only $5?
For only $5, that's right. And
You get half of the money. whoever
yeah,
wins.
half the money goes to the winner of the contest, and the other half just goes to the Creative Alliance. So we continue to do groovy things like the Collab Nite and the Art Award contest, and we even participate in like the art auction. You know, that's like a big deal, man. That art auction. We feel privileged to be invited every year. So let's see. Looks like Ashley. Was it Ashley? Lee's granddaughter? Oh, there she is. She's gonna come up for us and read a poem, and then we'll bring Gary up here to give us the. Or was it supposed to be Alex?
Yeah.
Oh shoot! See? Hey, well,
It's your turn. You
Alex, why don't you just come on up, Alex? 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm making a mistake there.
Yeah.
I was trying to look down there.
Well,
All right, give it up for Alex. Thanks.
you should just spell his name wrong.
4 new poems.
Okay.
Yeah.
Malfunction. The cabinet of which I place these words is useless. My computer is habitually and spontaneously shutting down, and the reason is unknown. Last night I was taking in the loud pop drama of a music video, its optical rush as it cut off, an empty bliss, the mute frame of a daydream or outer space. Where did the excess commotion go? Is there any part of it that sleeps? The stamp of these letters and the music video, and no hammer and not an ounce of lava. I want it to reach in. I want to do nothing. And this computer suddenly has broken its original procedure and begun to help me. Without touch, we would be floating. Our nebulous heads would turn inside out in search of whatever it is we taste with. Our open mouths would terrify us. Our sharp tongues would impale our collective throats. Either that or we would finally swallow. We would be calcium rich. Without touch, we would not know what touch is, and thus we would not need it. meaning we would not wonder what it must be like to need it. We would be floating, tooth-like. Red blood would circulate like water, clandestine as a currency we all need to have in order to constantly throw away. The anti-kisser. A touch hello followed by a no-touch hello either cancels the touching or prolongs the affirmative wave stuck on high, on upbeat. A handshake in front of a hug either cancels the hug or prolongs the handshake. Soon, this particular facet of the social situation will, in one way or another, be dropped, but only up until the party ends. One kiss goodbye followed by a second or third frightens the shit out of the potential kiss goodbye. There, just to end it so we can all go home. Such an innocent demeanor, really. Such individuals do not deserve to have to make such divisive decisions. All I was affirmatively amiable, even peaceful. Suddenly I had to be the one to take a stand against something. All I was the anti-kisser. Our eyes browsed the no-contact zone between our faces, the awkward boundaries of a multimedia event. Nice to see you, I blurted out, my waving hand knifed between me and her as if to ward her off. An underlying amount, a perfect unit left wordless during that split second amidst the hoopla of our agreed mutual departure as we turned away from each other, still smiling, still very much upbeat.
Are these all new ones, Alex?
Yes.
They're good,
Wow,
man. You've been busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. Cool.
Numbers rule. He checks to see if his car door is locked 8 times. He jiggles the handle 6 more times than he should, the whole time counting. I sometimes go by rule of 3, as in his darkness this, his darkness that, his darkness one more thing that may or may not work. It usually doesn't work when I count, so I usually don't. Some people go by rule of 1, some people go by rule of 2, plus as much as 10 or even more than that to add emphasis or to seem original. Sound is a sense and thus cannot be quantified, so I have found that I really don't count anymore. Every numerical license plate I spot while driving means something very specific that I might already know or that passes for amusing fiction. My own license plate translates into a horrible phrase that I can't repeat. Such are the repeated things we drive around when numbers rule. Now it's mostly fractions and their common denominators and their friendly zones and their nifty rigidities. 2/5 into my workday is 2 hours, is 4 times half an hour. Add a 5th installment of 30 minutes and I am halfway done. That is when I begin to do exactly what I just did. In 1 whole minute, I am officially more than halfway done. But as I said twice earlier, counting is something one should avoid, I guess, while one is writing poetry or not. Saying any given thing only once is not a beginning unless one reiterates that beginning with the same amount of force, or if that beginning happens enough times for it to find itself floating within the lines like a silver cobweb, like some sort of digit that upon being brushed by an errant finger cannot stop counting on being counted. Thanks.
Yeah!
Alrighty, man. So I guess this is probably the last time you have to hear from me. You're gonna take over, right, Nick, or do you want me to just keep going?
Well, let's ask the audience. Do you guys want me to tag him out? But he seems to be doing pretty well. Do you want to keep Brian up there?
No.
Yeah. You want to keep Brian up there? Alright. Do you want me to ruin this already perfect show? And go up there. You can fly now.
Alright, so
People, man.
thanks for the support, man. I'm really feeling the love, you guys. So anyway, when I'm asking Jenny, do I have any events, you know? And I got this card here, and I'm like, oh yeah, I do this support your local poet open mic.
What's that?
I forgot, it's December 7th, it's free, and Nick will be hosting for us.
Where's it gonna be at?
At Churchill's, oh yeah, see, I'm terrible with this part. Churchill's at 9 p.m. to about 10 p.m. usually. And it's followed by DJ Michael Absher
Oh, I hear it's
and
good.
the Wayback Machine, and he plays some retro goodness. And
You said it's free? When
it's
again?
free Saturday, December 7th at 9 p.m. at Churchill's. Drink specials are over at that time, but we still enjoy ourselves, even though we pay full drink prices. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna keep going. So Ashley is next.
Yeah.
Let's give it up for Ashley.
What else there, Mike? Figure out where you want that.
Where are these shirts from? Where are these shirts from?
Traded out.
Check. Oh, okay. I thought maybe you gave it to give away or something. Yeah, I could have.
Okay, the first song I'm gonna sing is called The Middle. I'm just a little bit caught in the middle. Life is a maze, and love is a real life. Don't know where to go, I can't do it alone. I've tried, and I don't know why. Slow it down, make it stop, or else my heart is going to pop. 'Cause it's too much, yeah, it's a lot to be something I'm not. I'm a fool, I'm a flop, 'cause I just can't get enough. I'm just a little bit caught in the middle. Life is a maze, and love is a riddle. I don't know where to go, can't do it alone. Oh, I've tried, and I don't know why. I'm just a little girl lost in the moment. I'm so scared, but I don't show it. I can't figure it out, it's breaking me down. But I know I just gotta let it go and enjoy the show.
Yeah.
And the next song I'm gonna sing is called Ball, and it's by Catching a Cloud, and it stands for Live a Whole Life. So let's get this show on the road. I know what you have been waiting for, and I'll call on the hour and we'll all our asses out of this place, because home ain't home without you. And I'll spell out that you're full of talent. You'll say that you never found it, and that's okay, as long as you will stay and walk around with me. 'Cause I remember when you were 16, all I ever did, all we ever did was catch up on the local shows, and I'll always walk my own with you to make sure you would never be alone.
Thanks, Ashley. You did great.
Thanks.
That was really great, Ashley. Thanks, everybody. I'm not good with the stack rice. There. Haha. So, hey, I was gonna say something when I was walking up here. I thought of something to say, and I totally forgot. So I guess I'm being forced into finishing the, oh yeah, the Flint was Julie Moore event. I'll talk about that. So this is like a pub crawl type event that's going on Saturday from like 5 o'clock. It starts at the lunch studio with spaghetti dinner and poetry and some acoustic music performances. And then it's gonna be over at Table and Tap in Churchill's, and there's a flyer right here if you really want to find out more details about the spots. And Chad knows everything that you need to hear for it too. Basically, Julie is a friend of ours, a friend of the Creative Alliance member, and she puts on a few annual events in the community and helps out with a lot of other people that put on events, and has always been a big supporter of the local music scene and whatnot. And so she fell ill recently and had to be hospitalized and is acquiring medical debt. So we're trying to raise money to help her out and just keep her spirits up and let her know that we're rooting for her, because we really need her doing what she does, and we need more people doing things like Julie does. So we just want to support her in her time, let her know we're rooting for her. So there's that. Support your local poet events in December 7th. I'll be not hosting that, but it's my event too. So who's next? Gary Flynn, man. Give it up for Gary. I want Gary to tell us more about his old late night talk show.
Thank you, Ryan. Now I have to explain the video that Ryan was talking about. Back when I was attending Michigan State University in the late 1970s, that kind of ages me, I took part in a video production class around late 1977, early 1978, where the class members did various video productions. The one I did was a parody of late night talk shows, sort of inspired, for those with long TV memories, by the Martin Mull parody talk show called Fernward Tonight, also called America Tonight, which also starred Fred Willard as his sidekick and Frank Duvall as the music director. So I did something like that for the class project. I recorded it on a 3/4-inch video cassette, which is pretty old technology. And an acquaintance of mine, Travis Schlosser, who repaired vintage video gear, got a 3/4-inch machine, restored long enough to dub the program and digitize it on the computer, and it got uploaded on YouTube. The show is called The Sign-Off Show with Gary Flynn. The whole point was, this is the final show before the station signed off the air. Yes, there were times when stations did not broadcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They went off the air about, say, 2 a.m. Then they played the Star Spangled Banner trailer before shutting off the transmitter. So it's on YouTube, just Sign Off Show with Gary Flynn, or go to the Creative Alliance Discussion Board Facebook page, and there's a link to it. So that's the first thing. I got a lot to talk about before you can read my piece, which is not original, but appropriate for the upcoming season. Now, I have a news bulletin. In case you haven't looked outside at downtown, the First Merit Bank weather ball with the now lit FM letters, the weather ball is yellow. There was a news report on Channel 12, I guess we proved them wrong. The news report said that the weather ball would be glowing blue permanently, but it's not the case. As now we know, the weather ball is yellow, which means no change in temperature. Of course, you probably know the weather ball poem, you know, when the weather ball is red, higher temperatures ahead. When the weather ball is blue, lower temperatures are due. Yellow light and weather ball means there'll be no change at all. When colors blink in agitation, there's going to be precipitation.
I think it's funny that First Merit is also an acronym for Flint, Michigan.
Yes, Flint, Michigan, or no static at all, FM radio.
But it's funny you brought that up, because I was at the college today and I was looking out there and I could see a good glimpse of the FM, my first glimpse of the FM weather ball, and I thought,
yes, they put up
my head.
Yeah, they put up the FM letters last weekend, and tonight it got lit. So that's that part of what I'll be talking about. Now, on the broadside front, we decided upon the subject of the next broadside, which will be centered around an updating of William Shakespeare's King Lear play, having to deal with the current state of Flint, Michigan. I was encouraged by Ryan to write a poem about the current state of downtown Flint. Of course, with everything so fluid, I had to wait until things developed. And now that the weather ball is yellow, I can think about what to write. As you probably know, next month, Genesee Towers will be imploded. In fact, I understand that the streets surrounding Genesee Towers have been closed off to prepare for the implosion. So I'll come up with something. I'll probably talk about it in a future Collab Nite, and maybe it'll appear in the Mighty Cow in a future broadside.
Do you know what day yet?
What's that?
Do you know what day yet that it's going to be exploded?
No, sometime mid-December, I understand, for the implosion.
I heard it was going to be Sunday.
Yeah, it has to be Sunday. It has to be when few people are working and traffic is all clear. So I assume it'll be televised. Of course, I plan on taking that in once they do decide when the implosion will take place. Well, it'll probably be Sunday morning.
Didn't they say it was gonna be in that Transformers movie or something like that?
I have not heard anything about any film producers utilizing the implosion in an upcoming movie. Oh, that would be nice though.
I seen I seen an article about it. It was supposed to be in the Transformers movie or something.
That's awesome.
I don't know. That was.
I know they were filming in the Detroit area.
Yeah.
I don't know about Flint yet. So my piece that'll be in the next broadside is related to Shakespeare. It talks about the first theaters in Flint, as well as Shakespeare in Flint. Of course, the very first theater in Flint was Fenton Hall, which was located in the Fenton block, where the Kresge building later stood, and now the flat lot. By the way, as soon as Yvonne and I leave here, we'll be heading to the flat lot and taking a picture close up of the lit weather ball, so I can show that on my Remembering Flint, Michigan Facebook page. So we'll be standing where the Fenton block once stood to take the picture. Now, for the piece I will be reading from, Yvonne encouraged me to do this. Next week, 1 week from tonight, will be the first night of Hanukkah, which also falls on Thanksgiving. In fact, the first day of Hanukkah and Thanksgiving fall on the same day next week, which is pretty unusual. In fact, I can't remember the last time this happened. And of course, we've been seeing the Christmas decorations up before Halloween, which kind of is related to my favorite Christmas song, which I'll be sort of singing.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was recorded by British singer-songwriter Patty Roberts. And when the record was released in England, it was under the original name, but the record company in the US refused to use that name and used an alternate name. You can understand when I give you the title of the song, which is Merry Christmas, You Suckers.
Yeah.
So here it goes. Merry Christmas, you suckers, you miserable men. That old festive season is with you again. You'll be spending your money on cartloads of junk, and from here to New Year you'll be drunk as a skunk. Merry Christmas, you suckers, it's perfectly clear that you'll fall for it all a bit sooner each year. If it goes on like this, you will find pretty soon you're singing White Christmas as early as June. This Christmas card racket will cost you a packet. Each season it seems to expand. The cards are so clever, but nothing whatever to do with the subject in hand. You'll be taking the kids round the multiple stores to be frightened to death by some old Santa Claus. This party's with vino and spirits and beer. Merry Christmas, you suckers, and a Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, you suckers, you blurry-eyed lot. You'll never get rid of that headache you got. But I hope you'll feel splendid, you certainly should, with your stomachs distended with turkey and pud. Merry Christmas, you suckers. Jump into your cars, or off to your neighbors to sink a few jars. Their vision is double, just keep smiling through. There are others in trouble, a lot worse than you. Beyond any question, acute indigestion will plague you and make you unwell. You won't take the warning, you'll wake up each morning undoubtedly feeling like hell. But stick to it, suckers, go swallow a pill. For this is the season of peace and goodwill, while we patiently wait for that nuclear blast. Merry Christmas, you suckers. It may be your last. Thank you very much.
Top that, Ryan. Give it up.
You almost stopped it.
I'm like the clumsiest dude ever. I tell you, I'm at home and my dad's like, "What are you doing? You dropped there. What are you doing over there? It drives me crazy." Anyways, I'm kind of.
What's that KPU thing on your shirt?
I already talked about it.
Oh, see, I was like that. What's the King-a-Hoo? It's
Wolverine's cousin. It's a Wolverine's
What's your special
cousin.
beer? Special
Yeah. So this next person on the list, it looks like Whack Kid.
The Waco Kid.
Waco Kid.
Waco.
Wacko Kid. Waco Kid.
Yeah. You know the Waco Kid. Everybody loves the Waco Kid.
He loves Dr. Pepper. He's out here.
Oh, right on. Thanks, Lee. So I guess this is my first time hosting the Collab Night, and I'm going to host the entire thing. How's it going? Let's put that on my career resume.
Yeah.
I have bragging rights now.
It's so hard. You should just make everybody walk in a line and just stand in front of that mic real quick.
Yeah, let's do the hokey pokey. You guys want to do the hokey pokey?
How do you do the hokey pokey?
You do the hokey pokey. We'll watch.
Well, you put your right hand in,
Come on, do it.
and then you pull your right hand out,
Do what now?
and then you put your right hand in, and then you shake it all out, and then you do the hokey pokey.
What's that?
Turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
That's it? That's hokey pokey?
Well, then you put your left foot in, or your right hand, your left hand, and then your right
At the same
leg
time?
and left leg.
Just in that order, or
And
what?
then,
Is that a
I think
sobriety
at some
test?
point you put your whole body in and you're like doing the pelvic thrust. Like, that's
Yeah.
my favorite part
Is
of
it?
the hokey pokey.
Where's the Rocky order?
That's what it's all about.
Do the pelvic thrust, it drives me insane. So you got a hockey horror picture show fans. Alright, did we find the Waco Kid? Is that him? Or is that Brad?
That's Ken.
I can't see. Oh, that's him. Oh. I guess I'm just gonna. We could do Erich next and then have the Waco Kid go. Is Erich still here?
Erich.
Hey, come on up, man.
Yeah.
Alright, man, thanks. They already gave it up for me. I don't have to ask.
Thank you, sir.
So, I'd like to rap for you, but only if I can find someone in the audience who will beatbox for me. That's the condition. No one can beatbox?
I know someone can beatbox. Justin.
There's gotta be one person.
Chad. Everyone look at their phones right now.
No?
I find a beat on my phone.
I would do it, but I have a beard too. And the sight of these two,
Come on, Mike. Come on.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, come on.
Encourage Mark to get up. Encourage him. Cheer pressure. Cheer pressure. Yeah, yeah. We're just gonna try laugh louder and louder to do something.
Although I wish I'd shaved before I came.
Oh, that's okay.
Here, Mark, sit here.
Oh, for the video, oh.
We can digitize your beard.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
want us to point the camera at your shoes, or?
No, I don't really care. It's
It's
just
okay.
the see, I would inevitably want to get in.
Yeah, I got a picture.
And I just didn't, I couldn't see the image going over that well. Okay, do I have a microphone?
Do it.
All right, you're gonna want to turn me down.
Go ahead and do a test run and feel it out. So you can slow up.
You look like Donald Sutherland.
All right,
No, it's perfect. I was
All right.
Fibonacci mercy, Yoshi, she's so thirsty. I'm in that photo Honda with your mom, we share the Slurpee. Fibonacci mercy, Yoshi, she's so thirsty. Garden sowing seeds with your mom, we playing a derby. Now let's get it all in perspective. For all y'all enjoyment, a song y'all can step with. Y'all appointed me to bring rap justice, but I ain't 5-0. Y'all do it still, yo. H2 and a whole lot of O, yo. Only describe us as soldiers, survivors. Stay laced in the best Google dressed with finesse in the white tee, looking for white feet. Conscious chick who talks so nicely. Conscious chick who walks so nicely. Put her in the fall so she can feel the nice breeze. We can drive through the city, no doubt, but don't say my car's topless. Say the titties is out, ponte hype. Prendete, saca la chispa a estarte. Prendete en fuego como un lighter. Sacude de sudor como si fuera un wiper. Que tú eres callejera, street fighter. Cambia esa cara de seria, esa cara de intelectual de enciclopedia que le voy a curar con la bacteria. Pague de vuelta como máquina de feria, señorita intelectual. Ya sé que tiene el área abdominal que va a explotar como fiesta patronal que va a explotar como palestino. Aquí toda la boricua saben karate. Aquí toda la boricua saben karate. Aquí toda la catracha saben karate. Aquí toda la guanaca saben karate. Aquí toda la guatica saben karate. Ella cocina con salsa de tomate. Mojen en el arroz como poco de aguacate. Pa' cosechar una gran de 14 quilates.
He's getting paid.
I should have brought my drum.
What are you saying about Puerto Ricans?
Oh, it's just, that's not my music, it's Calle 13. Oh, I say that's what Boricuas saben karate. I hear all the Boricuas know karate. And then I went through Guanacas, Ticas, I love Boricuas, that's where I learned my Spanish from Puerto Rican rap, so it's not all mine, but I change it. Some of my stuff I write, some of it I just switch it up, so.
Yeah, that's my ancestry.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, no, it's clean, yeah. It's actually the most famous song. Atrévete, 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 te salte del closet, destápate, quítate el esmante, deja de la puente, que nadie va a retratarte, levántate, ponte hype, préndete, saca la chispa, estarte, slice, 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 slice. Slice like a ninja, cut like a razor blade so fast. Other DJs say, damn, if my rhyme was a drug, I'd sell it by the gram. Keep my composure when it's time to kick loose. Magnetized by the mic when I kick my juice. In the city, ladies look in the city, ladies look pretty. Guys tell jokes so they can seem witty. Tell a funny joke just to get some play. Then you try to make a move and she says no way. Se vale todo en ese sándwich de salchicha. Se vale todo, aunque pasen con dicha. Se vale todo, buena preganito, hincha. Se vale todo, se vale todo. Dale vuelta 360. vuelta 360. Tú te vas rápida y gira suave y lenta. Dale vuelta, quiero bailar contigo. Déjame chuparte el ombligo. Déjame chuparte el ombligo. First, 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 first. First, better dirt to get your name known. You never talk too much to get your spot blown. Now you're no longer just a face in the crowd. You're getting so much respect, then you just might as well bow. Move it up with your hustle like you planned it. Breaking dope like the world's greatest bandit. Always got one eye open for the stick-up kids posting so much green chunks they can't understand it. Ladies flock to your jock like it's golden. Curious to test a weight you be holding. But you ain't got no time to be chasing divas. She's a chick that she gets chosen. They'll treat you like you get royalty. All your staff shows you utmost loyalty. You paid your dues. Refuse to lose in this scenario. The rep grows bigger. You're a legend and a hero. Creative conscious chick who made me stare. Smile on her face and dirt on her fingernails. Care what you say, I can't get over it. She drops recipes like homemade deodorant. Long flowing skirts and bracelets too. Have necklace and multicolored shoes. But looks ain't shit without the heart. She paradigm shifts for a brand new start. Rather conversate than watch TV. Her heart is big and her spirit is free. Ya tú sabes sobre la chica, dame la mano, glad to meet ya. Let's walk around town, pick apples and pears, start a revolution or a co-op share. Compare you to other ladies, it just ain't fair. No ifs, ands, or maybes, not sure about your crystals or astrology. I used to play chess with that, no apologies. Integrity, went through motions to learn it. Can't drive yet, but they gave me the permit. Knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. Gonna catch the rhythm, and he said it's blown. But it's okay, I got all day. 20 more sets, and it feels like play. Brown, preferring the brown. White, black, or yellow, long as they mellow. Morello, fly like a vulture, relax with me. You teach me a culture we can share anywhere. I'm earning my clout. Not gonna lie, I got a thing for the snout. That's right, chicks with the noses. Proud of my taste, don't compare me like Moses. Roses, poses so I can draw you. Every curvature you're wet like dew. I know it's taboo, but it's true. Achoo, salud, dinero, amor. We can have this and more. Affection, connection, direction, protection, perfection, introspection, inflection. What's a to be? Paradigm of a word. You heard, you heard. Squeeze the juice out of all the suckers with power and pour some back out. So as the water, the flowers, this world is ours. That's why the demons are leery. It's our inheritance. This is my Robin Hood theory. Now that we're getting somewhere, getting somewhere, getting somewhere, you know we got to get back. For the youth is the future, no doubt that's right and exact. Squeeze the juice out of all the suckers with power. Squeeze the juice out of all the suckers with power and pour some back out. So as the water, the flowers, this world is ours. That's why the demons are leery, it's our inheritance. This is his Robin Hood theory. Thank you.
Yeah, got painful at the end.
Are you lightheaded now?
Slightly. Not really, it's fun.
Yeah. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, I am fairly lightheaded.
Thanks, Erich, and company. That was really fun. I really enjoyed that. These guys always trick me. Like they come up here and they're doing their thing, and I'm like, and then I find out it's a cover song. But they did a really good job covering that song. But they always get tricked because I'll see a band play and I'll hear they'll play some song and it'll be really jamming. It's some song I never heard of. It's not theirs and it was. Anyway, I'm really bad at this stuff. So I got this poem I was telling you about Julie Moore and her event. So I wrote this poem to read Saturday, so I'm gonna practice here. It's kind of personal, but I went through a rough patch in my life. I didn't want to be around, I suppose. I wear my emotions on my shirt sleeve, and I felt so exposed, so vulnerable. When I found myself in the company of others, my mind created reasons why they didn't want me around, so I kept my distance for a while, only popping in to say hey here or there when I could make it, and that went on for a while, and then a while longer, and there were people here and there who would bring me out of my recluse to a happening. It was happening. However, in between those moments, I was alone with myself and not in the best of spirits. As time went on, I got the notion to make my way out into the world again, but still a little apprehensive as I was still healing. And I'm still healing, but this is not about that. This is about Free City at Chevy in the Hole, where I ventured one day as I was feeling eager to be in the world again. So I thought I'd paint a picture and be a part of it all. So I went there and I walked through a sparse crowd of faces until I found a quiet spot to paint my picture and then be on my way. Something changed that day as I sat down to paint. This familiar face came to greet me and asked me to join her where she was displaying her art. How could I say no to such a friendly face? As I started to paint my painting, I gathered the notion to pass the painting on to her, as we chuckled at the pieces of dirt and debris which were becoming part of this work of art, and so I made it hers. Months later, she told me it was hanging in her classroom and she would use it in her classes as a reference of local artists and what these students could accomplish, and I guess that's when I really felt like I was an artist. It's amazing that someone with kind nature and a few gentle words can turn someone's life around and show them life again through new eyes with new opportunities and new hopes for dreams of the future. Thank you, Julie, for just being you.
Yeah!
A lot of my poems tend to be personal. I directly open myself up, and kind of put myself out there. A lot of people aren't so free with their emotions, and that's okay. That's safe, but I'm a rebel. Alright, so did we get the Waco kid? Did we find him? Did everybody else leave? They're really bored.
That's okay, we're still here.
Well, I guess if Waco's not here, then Nick can come up here and there's nobody else on the list. Do you want to just, Emma, do you want to read?
She's gonna read something after me.
Do you got something? You want to go before Nick? You sure? Because then Nick can come up here and then,
I don't want to upstage him.
She's really
you're really good.
But if you want, I'll come end it after she's done. If you want.
Alright, that's the deal.
Alright.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to bring up here a man by many aliases.
Don't tell them I relay.
Lackluster, the horticulturist Buster Cluck. Here you go. Give it up for Nick, everybody.
Thank you, Ryan. Give it up for Ryan. He got kind of forced into this one. I mean, I had some other stuff going on this evening. He bravely volunteered, even though he's never enjoyed hosting. But he enjoys you guys, and I enjoy you guys still being here. And I just want to say that, again, these cards are right here. We have at least 3 open mics, including one in this very room listed on here still for this year. There's going to be more next year, so pick one of these up if you don't have it. And I also just want to quickly say, Ryan, that was a beautiful poem.
Thanks, man.
I'm sure Julie would love it. I'm sure she will love it when she sees it. And if you guys, I'm sure he's plugging this very efficiently, but this thing is Saturday. I'm performing during the Spaghetti Dinner at the Lunch Studio along with Ryan and a bunch of other people. It's going to be really great. Music till 2 a.m. at various different venues. Grab a flyer. Come on out. It's for a really, really good cause.
So, I get tired of reading my own stuff. I know you guys get tired of hearing it. So the first thing I'm going to read is not mine, but it's really, really funny. And it's by, I believe, Christine Keefe Aptowitz, who's a famous poet. And I like it a lot. It's called Drunk Boyfriend at the Poetry Reading. And it's about her drunk boyfriend. Fidgeting at the bar, he groans. This is more boring than church, and I'm allowed to drink margaritas here. At the same time, the poet on stage tells us that his hands aren't hands, that his hands are in fact the echoes of child's silent tears. Furthermore, the poet on stage tells us his tongue isn't a tongue, it's a road even the Aztec warriors are afraid to tread. Meanwhile, my drunk partner at the bar tells me that his balls aren't balls, but they're actually bear's feet surgically attached to his dick to look like balls, and oh yeah, his dick is a highway and people want to ride it all night long. I give the bartender a sign meaning cut him off, while he gives a sign meaning 2 more shots. Guess who wins? At home, I make him eat a sandwich and drink 2 tall tumblers of water while I try to get some writing done. I think, we're so great. He says, I'm serious. I know, I answer. Hey, he whispers. I'm sorry I didn't have a better time at the reading. That's okay, I say. Maybe next time. Hey, he whispers. What did I say about my balls again? Bear paws, I reply. Oh man, that's priceless. It's funny because it's true. Write that down. Stop what you're doing and write that down. It's gold. And if you don't use it in a poem, let me know. Because if you don't, I will. So I found that pretty good. It's okay if I'm I'm going to read one of mine. I lied, but I'm not going to do that. This is what I'm trying to memorize, and the best way to memorize is to speak it to a group of friends and strangers. So this is, it was called No Rush. I think we'll call it Hometown Poem, because that sounds poetic. Lawns plastered with signs fighting to be seen. For sale, for lease, rent to own, first month free. In my hometown, there's so many choices on which place to be. In my head, it's just there's one life to live. I eat a flea, but fortunately for me, there's no rush. The city cemeteries are lush and might as well blink neon lights reading vacancy. The car may have raised and razzed Buick City, but the irony is killing me. And all the basement Buddhists meditate under bloom cycle lights, making bucks, growing kush, thinking deeply about their own suffering. A generation of garbage pail kids born with a broom in hand to clean up ancestral debris. Even though 8 people per day give up and move away worry-free. They can't see anything left to save, just a broken tribe and an oil stain, and the sad part is they aren't far off. Staying here is more of a burden than a point of pride, or at least for the longest time, that's how things felt to me. Because despite whatever happy face I want to feign, or an injustice I could lock my door and ignore instead of stress to change, there's just not much still standing that deserves the praise. A few pillared rows of half-burnt gutless homes, chess-piece investment groves played out in downtown revival zones, and a few well-hidden hornets' hives where all artists thrive in a daze, haunting the flower fields of their minds. A little buzz they spun out poetic phrase, softly composing cracks of lightning that lead to thunderous refrains. Jaws rattling ferocious behind snake-bite fangs, this is anti-venom spit. A mumbled rattle subwoofed into a wild howl, penetrating your unknown like lapping licks of an inner shiver craze. These impassioned kids make clunky claims to fame, even though no one will ever know their name. Life's comparable to an upshot drop of water from a sprinkler sputtering as background noise to the pouring rain. But a magnet to metal, they're drawing your head and have stayed, and I'll do the same, until my roof caves in, where motivation dissipates like smoke clearing from throwing ink at expectations. Throwing out poems like pin-pulled grenades. So yeah, it's a little tongue twisty this way, you know, because I still can't get those words in my mouth yet, but I'm working on it.
It's good.
This is another one that's not mine, but the story behind this is I went down last year to Chicago to the Green Mill Jazz Club, which is the start of slam poetry. It was the first place they're still doing it every month, and I almost won the slam, but I lost to this poet who's in this book right here called Robbie Q. Telfer. And I'm just going to read his poems. I'm not going to say if I like it or not. I'm just going to read it. And it's called Douchebag, or Pseudo-Feminist Hippie Douchebag. And it goes like this. A douche is a jet of water or chemicals that a woman may shoot into her vagina for many reasons. Generally unhealthy. Douches destroy useful bacteria that aid in the natural maintenance of the vagina, leading to infection and not significantly preventing pregnancy or the spread of STDs. A bag is a container of flexible material with an opening at the top used for carrying things like dream catchers, like hookahs, like pieces of shit, like you. Like you, sir. You, sir, are a douchebag, and I would like to be violent at you. I see you back there, stalking the halls of women's studies programs in the Whole Foods Olive Bar, just waiting for the opportunity to bring up what would Gaia do in a conversation. Just waiting for someone to notice your 100% organic free trade yoga ball. Yes, douchebag, we are all impressed by your mud chivalry. Please Please tell me about your aura. Please tell me to be cool, man. Please tell me about how many misogynistic paper towel companies you're currently boycotting. Make sure you say it loud enough for the ladies to hear. Oh, please. Hey, loosen up. You'd be more receptive to this back rub if you opened your chakras. Hey, I read that science and stuff has successfully generated sperm cells from bone, potentially making dudes obsolete. Can I touch your boob? Hey, I hate men. Wanna give me a blow, Jay? You're not even trying anymore, douchebag. I would like to talk about actual douches once more. They're not new. At the turn of the last century, some douches required women to add a little bit of liquid metal mercury into them, all in the fight against not-so-freshness. My great-great-aunt, Elsie Bell Wolling McCormick, along with thousands of other shame-stalked women, incorrectly measured the mercury in her douche and died an excruciating death as the metal obliterated her womb. Do you know about control? Can you see the connection at all? There's a warning label on the box, but I don't think it's long enough for you. The wicked tendrils of your soft persuasion tearing at the wallpaper of someone else's room, you pickpocket, snake oil freighter, box and feathers waltzing freely about the chicken coop. Often a woman will employ the services of a douche in order to cleanse herself of blood, odor, semen. As it turns out, the best way to accomplish this cleansing is to let the vagina's unique microbial environment do the work itself. To the perpetrators of shame, supplication, and bacterial vaginosis, please give yourselves a shower and let the vagina clean itself. Just let it clean itself. So I'm just gonna leave you with that.
You read a poem book with that guy?
No, I didn't write a book with him. This guy took all my money.
Oh, I thought you said you were publishing.
So, hey, can I jump up?
Yeah, I thought you were going to.
Alright, guys.
Give it up for Nick. Alright, I guess we're gonna bring Emma to the stage now. Give it up for Emma.
Well, it started out like a good Ryan imitation, but...
Okay. I'm not reading. I'm gonna tap dance.
Oh, you're going to tap dance?
Oh, okay, let me
But you have to listen to me promote the reason why first. Yeah. December 7th at Buckham Gallery at 7, we will be having a choreographer showcase, which is basically like we do a call for dances, choreography. People submit them, and then we just have a showcase. So we're having our second one this year and second one ever. Us meaning Flint Dance Collaborative. And so it's a free event. The idea is to kind of raise some money for the Buckham Gallery. So please come up. December 7th at 7, Saturday.
How much?
Free.
Only
Free.
free?
Yeah. Free.
Should have been $7.
Right? 7th at 7. You could donate $7. Yeah.
At 7 on the 7th?
Right. Yeah. So I'm just gonna like, I don't know. I don't have anything planned necessarily, but I have a bunch of stuff like in my mind. Pre-planned.
Space?
Kind of, yeah. This one might, no music.
Is that beatbox guy?
I hate the music in my head.
Tap dance, the Star Spangled Banner.
Dude, I don't even know that song. Yeah.
You don't know the Star Spangled Banner? What kind of American are you?
Thing over there is probably in our way, isn't
Century
it?
American. So yeah, I'm just gonna do like a few counts from one of the dances that Flint Dance Collaborative is doing there. So I've never been so nervous. All right, so it goes something like this. floor before.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it's really loud.
Go a little bit this way so we can see.
Okay.
There you go.
Maybe, what could I do next?
The floating house had a
one of
hollow
those-
floor. Your
Those things where you throw your arms up.
Oh, yeah.
Save on glove or stuff.
I'll do a time step now. The time step is like a basic tap step. And I'll show you 3 different versions of it. So there's a single time step, a double time step, and a triple time step. And then the single looks like this. And then you can make it a double by doing. And then you can make it a triple by going. Something crunchy on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I just do this movement and get really, really fast with it. And this is called a paradiddle. And it just goes back and forth like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then maybe I'll just do one more like combination. This is something I'm teaching in my class at Flint right now. So it goes kind of like this. It has a paradiddle in the beginning. Tap dance at Gallery Dance is the name of our event, December 7th at 7. There's for sure another tap piece there by some students of mine in Linden. They're going to do a really, really fast piece, which is going to be really cool. And then there's going to be a bunch of modern dance and whatever else people submit. There's still a few days to get their applications in. Thank you.
Okay.
Finish it up. Gotta wear my hat and do the invitation.
Creative Alliance would like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. We want to thank Ryan and Bellows for being the best host ever! All these people love you, Ryan. Are you gonna host Saturday, right?
Yeah.
This man will be there Saturday at the lunch studio. Bring your $10, come get some food, enjoy all the awesome entertainment, come check out all the stuff downtown. Thank you, Ken and the Good Beans Cafe, for always being awesome and hosting us tonight. No, give him a round of applause.
Yeah.
And don't forget to buy something on your way out. And,
French soda.
Buy your French sodas on the way out. And thank you so much for coming. Give it up for Emma. Give it up for everybody that's just been saying, you're all awesome, man. You're all here, you showed up at the battle, the internet battle, you accomplished that.
Yes.
So I want to thank everybody for coming out and drive safe.
I thought about it. I should.